The Rick Sports Grill in Evelyn offers casual family dining in a hockey-themed atmosphere. Try one of their daily specials or your favorites from the menu. The Rick Sports Grill offers 8 large-screen TVs and 2 10-foot projection screens, so you never have to miss a minute of the game. The Rick also offers large and small group seating with meeting areas available. Full menu, limited menu, or buffet, they can cater your event, party, or meeting. That's the Rick Sports Grill at 301 Hattrick Avenue in Evelyn. Check them out today. Stop by Iron Range Apparel for all your Minnesota-themed clothing and home decor. Located in the Thunderbird Mall in Virginia, Iron Range Apparel offers lake cabin and home decor along with a large variety of apparel. Grab a hockey hoodie for the rink or a winter hat for the cold Minnesota weather. Iron Range Apparel also offers wholesale pricing and custom screen printing. Find them on Facebook and Instagram or shop online at ironrange.shop, and good luck to all the players. Minnesota Twist Drill is a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey and wish best of luck to all players on the season ahead and to have fun. For all your heating, air conditioning, and refrigeration needs in the Grand Rapids area, call Tony from Anthony's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Refrigeration at 218-256-1092 or find them on Facebook at Anthony's Heating, AC, and Refrigeration, LLC. G&B Environmental specializes in proactive air and water filtration services, HVAC coil protection, cotton wool screen insulation for cooling units, UV light air purification systems, and electrostatic disinfectant spraying for COVID-19 and other contagions. Give them a call at 1-800-466-2018 or visit gbenvironmental.com. Winnie Trading Post is your one-stop shop on the way to the lake. Located 12 miles north of Deer River on Highway 46 by Lake Winnebagosh, Winnie Trading Post offers gas, food, bait, propane, and everything in between. Find them on Facebook by searching Winnie Trading Post or stop by on your next trip to the lake. And water filtration services, HVAC coil protection, cotton wool screen insulation for cooling units, UV light air purification systems, and electrostatic disinfectant spraying for COVID-19 and other contagions. Give them a call at 1-800-466-2018 or visit gbenvironmental.com. Winnie Trading Post is your one-stop shop on the way to the lake. Located 12 miles north of Deer River on Highway 46 by Lake Winnebagosh, Winnie Trading Post offers gas, food, bait, propane, and everything in between. Find them on Facebook by searching Winnie Trading Post or stop by on your next trip to the lake.
All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Hibbing Memorial Arena for the District 12 Peewee Hockey Tournament, Minnesota Hockey's premier event. Greenway Raiders, Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets in our third game of the day. Jay Hildebrand back behind the mic with me here for this game.
Yes, thanks for having me, Randy. It's been a fun day so far. We got to watch a couple other Peewee games earlier in the day and back at it for 2 in a row here.
Yeah, so this one should be fun here.
Yeah, Greenway had to play a game earlier in the day. Greenway ended up beating International Falls in their first game, making it to the semifinals to play Hibbing Chisholm. Winner will advance to tomorrow's game in the championship round. A lot of people online already watching. Randy, we've got 75 viewers already to start the game here. A lot of Go Green. So if you are out there and you want to chime in, you can definitely send us a message and give us a shout out from wherever you are, local or far away.
Yeah, certainly we would like to hear from you so we can give you a shout out during our broadcast here. So here we go. And underway here is the Greenway controlling the puck. Benny Galley sends it across ice and moving it back in. Sunval over on the far side here. And it comes out to center. This is Andrew Ryla with a shot right on wide of the net. Picked up by Sunval. He'll move it over to Benny Galley. Now it's Ryla coming out of the corner. Ryla trying to go around to the front of the net, right a wrap around. Greenway will hold it in with Mandich. Mandich sends it over on the other side of Danucci. Now Danucci's going to pick it up and send it back over to Mandich and moving it back in here. Blue Jackets, Benny Galley picks it up and tips it out. Here's a break in there for Cole Swanson. Swanson shot up her shelf. Goal! Hibbing on the board first.
Quick goal by Cole Swanson.
Goal coming at 1:01 into the game. Cole Swanson putting the Blue Jackets ahead, 1-0. And moved back in by the Blue Jackets in for Kellen Elsner. Elsner shot wide of the net. Back over on the point and held in by Jackson Strukel. Now Strukel touches it just outside the blue line and moved back in by Cole Swanson. Raiders trying to send it out with Ruola. And now it's Kellen Elsner trying to send it towards the front of the net. Elsner picks it up. Shot! Goal! Kellen Elsner! He's got the Blue Jackets ahead 2-0. Quickly in this game.
Yeah, that is the start that Hibbing Chisholm wanted right away. Couple goals by the same shift that was out there. One from Cole Swanson and the other from Kellen.
So that goal coming at 1 minute and 31 seconds. Two very quick goals here for the Blue Jackets. And the Raiders will turn it back in with Ryla. Ryla's shot just goes wide of the net, touched the goaltender, and now it comes out. Moving back in quickly for the Blue Jackets, shot on, and a save in there.
Right off the goalie's helmet.
That was Mason McDonald have a chance for the Blue Jackets there. Ryla back the other way, Ryla shot on. Now it's picked up by Galley up to McDonald. Now's a blast coming in from the point. Hunter Rule, a nice shot and a big save for...
Yeah, that's Aiden Fulstead in the nets for Hibbing Chisholm tonight.
Aiden Fulstead getting the start for the Blue Jackets. Big save for Aiden there. Just underway, first period. Blue Jackets lead 2-0, 12:51 to play here. Moved around the boards and over the other side. Back in there to get us Isaiah Hildebrand. Hildebrand at center ice. Moves it in here for the Blue Jackets. Hildebrand, he gets taken down on the play. Out front, penalty coming up against the Raiders. for hooking.
Yeah, quick whistle, but we'll get to see what the power play has for Hibbing Chisholm here right away in the first few minutes of the game. I think that's going to be the key to Greenway. If they want to have success here, do not spend some time in the box tonight.
Yeah, you don't want to take any penalties here. As Sunval sends it towards the front of the net, and a save by Grady Jeeble. Whitaker Rewerts taking the draw for the Blue Jackets along with Bryce Nelson of the Raiders. Draw won by the Blue Jackets and fired it. Benny Galley, a point from the point. Blast a shot, and it's in the back of the net.
Yeah, 8 seconds into that power play. And that's what I mean. I think Greenway is going to have to stay out of the box. They're going to have to find a way to get some zone time here.
2:26 into the period. Blue Jackets lead 3-0 on a power play goal, that last goal here.
Benny Galley's been spending some time up here with us on Up North Hockey and announcing and filming, and it's fun to have him up here, and he's got a rocket of a shot.
Yeah, he does. Isaiah Hildebrand behind the net, now working around. Hildebrand shot goes wide of the net. Blue Jackets will knock it back in the corner, and it's moved in back to Hildebrand. Hildebrand out front. Shot gets blocked down. The Raiders will come out with it. Ethan Larson. Larson sending it back in. Larson was one of the players that we interviewed earlier today, our post-game interview. And the Blue Jackets send over to Hildebrand at center ice. Hildebrand moves it back in. Now behind the net is picked up by Tate Swanson. Swanson with along the boards here. Swanson leaves it out for Joey Gabardi. Gabardi working around. Gabardi sends it back over on the other side to Kellen Elsner. Raiders trying to move it out. Bryce Nelson now behind the net. Nelson is defended on the play by Joey Gabardi. Now the Raiders bring it out to center ice, and it's picked up by Kellen Elsner. Elsner to the front of the net. Right out front. And a chance Cole Swanson could get to that rebound. As now it's dumped out by the Raiders, Braden Nelson. And that's going to be an icing. 11:01 to play here in the first period of play. Blue Jackets 3 and Raiders 0.
This is definitely bigger ice than both these teams are probably used to, and I would say advantage coming to Hibbing Chisholm because they haven't played yet today, where Greenway had to play a tough game a couple hours ago, and now they're back at it on big ice. So we'll see how their legs hold out and see what kind of stamina they have coming into this game.
Move behind the net. Braden Rewerts is taken away by Hunter Ruola, and it comes out to center ice now. Moving it back in as the Raiders send it back into the Blue Jackets' end. Now it's picked up back there by the Blue Jackets' Sunval. Moving it out to center along with Braden Rewerts. And now sent over on the other side. Mason McDonald bringing it back in. Over to Braden Rewerts in the center of the ice. Big save for goaltender Grady Jubel. And good save there. Dump back in behind the net now. McDonald behind the net. Now it's coming out. Greenway picks it up. Brings it out to center ice. And now it's picked up by Ryla and dumped in by number 3, Blake Elto. McDonald trying to pick the pass up from Galley. And it's dumped back in here by Berglund. Berglund sending it behind the net. Blue Jackets Galley picking it up along the boards. And penalty is coming up here. Shot gets fired on. This will be a penalty against the Blue Jackets.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Benny Galley in the box. 2 minutes for cross-checking. So we'll see what Greenway can put together here on a power play for 2 minutes.
.946 to go here. We'll see the Greenway power play for the first time in the game. And it's dumped out by Rewerts. And up to Mason McDonald. McDonald trying to get around that D. Nice defensive play by Hunter Rula. On the play back over in the corner. Reward sending it over to McDonald. And now comes up with Ryla. Andrew Ryla working over to Alto. Alto bringing it back in. And now Mason McDonald brings it through center ice here. Sends it up to Braden Rewerts. And they're going to go off on a line change. 1:22 left on this power play for the Blue Jackets. 9:04 to go here. First period of play dumped in by the Raiders, and this is going to be an icing on the play. So thanks for joining our coverage. Jay Hildebrand, Randy Catron bringing you District 12 Peewee hockey live from the historic Hibbing Memorial Arena. Appreciate you taking time out of your evening to join us. And
Yeah, Jason Graham all the way from Alaska watching our game.
that's awesome. Jason, thanks for the show, or thanks for the message in from there.
Yeah, definitely always fun to see where people are watching it from remotely.
Nielsen sending it over, and it's picked up by Kellen Elsner. Elsner sends it over and moved back in by the Blue Jackets, Jackson Strukel. Back behind the net, now picked up by Danucci. Danucci leaving over and inside to Mandich. Mandich cross ice. Blue Jackets are going to pick it up. Picked up by Elsner. Goes over on the other side and moved back in by Landon Krumpetich. In front of the net, Elsner had a chance as it deflected through. Vinny Danucci picks it up and works it up to Berglund. Now it's picked up by Nielsen and Bryce Nielsen, Braden Nielsen playing it. Picked up by Kellen Elsner now. Elsner with a shot right on. Deflected in the corner off of Jibo. Jibo the big save there to keep this a 3-goal game. Now it's center ice. Blue Jackets bringing it back in as Whitaker Rebert sending it back in. Now Damon Mandich behind the net. Little backhander back in the corner. And now it's picked up by Berglund. Comes out to center. Both teams are back at full strength. Here's a chance for Greenway. Just couldn't reach it. Brace Nelson back the other way. Benny Galley shot on save. Jibo, big save on Benny Galley. It was a nice little wrister in front of the net. And Jibo, that huge save. And sent the length of the ice. That'll be an icing.
Yeah, great effort both sides. Pretty even shots on goal. 5 for Hibbing, 3 for Greenway. Greenway's 3 shots coming real early in the first period. They just marked another one. So 7 shots on the net for Hibbing Chisholm.
Greenway control and draw off the face-off, but the Blue Jackets get control now with Tate Swanson back behind the net. Swanson sending it back out front. Isaiah Hildebrand in front of the net here. Hildebrand picks it up. Hildebrand trying to go back to the point, and Greenway comes out with it. Alto. Alto now skating in, has Giving with him. Couldn't give it over to him. Giving was breaking through the middle of the ice there. Back behind the net is Ryla. Andrew Ryla with it, defended on the play. And now it's picked up as the Blue Jackets are going to move it out with Hildebrand. Hildebrand going to the middle of the rink to Tate Swanson. Swanson defended on the play by Jackson Mullum. Swanson throws a backhander towards the front of the net. Loose puck in front of the net. Goalie doesn't have it. Whitaker Rewerts skating in there. Benny Galley again. Shot from the right out front of the net. Loose puck. Blue Jackets Hildebrand working around the back of the net, and he puts it in.
Great effort, great teamwork. That was a perfect example of just crashing the net and see what happens. They had 3 or 4 Hibbing white jerseys in front of the goalie. So a quick start for Hibbing Chisholm here, 4-0. 6.5 minutes left in the first period.
And the Raiders picking it up at back over on the other side. Mason McDonald. McDonald moving it back in here. McDonald sends it back in, and it's picked up by Bryce Nielsen. Now McDonald going over on the other side. Ethan Larson trying to pick it up, and we get a whistle stoppage play as the net was off.
Yeah, so the winner here will go on to the championship game tomorrow, and both teams actually in the upper bracket and lower bracket will meet up tomorrow. Both teams will be going to regions. The number 1 and 2 seed go, as well as the number 3 seed. So our district is sending 3 into the regions this year. It varies every year. Regions is in Virginia next weekend. We are looking into seeing if we can do a few games over there next weekend for everybody who is watching tonight. So stay tuned and follow us on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter accounts for any updates later this week.
Yeah, we'll be posting those on our 3 social media sites. Braden Rewerts knocks it back in here for the Blue Jackets, and it's Mullum sending over on the other side to Ruala. Along the boards, and Blue Jackets turn it back. McDonald now comes out. Andrew Ryla moving in. Ryla to the front of the net over to Alto. Just couldn't reach the pass. Great chance for the Raiders there that could have happened. And turned back the other way by Braden Rewerts. Rewerts sending it back into Mason McDonald. He's going to get a break here. McDonald skating in. Shot on. Rewerts trailing on the play. Could get to the puck. Little blast from the point. Nice big blast from Landon Krumpetich of the Blue Jackets there. And no icing as Blue Jackets are going to pick it up with Ethan Sunville. Sunville will move it back in here for the Blue Jackets. Sunville skating to the net. Shot goal! Ethan Sunville.
Nice coast-to-coast effort by Ethan. He was looking up ahead and just could not get the pass, so he decided to take it on his own and red line to red line and found the corner, making it 5-0 for Hibbing Chisholm with 4.5 minutes left in the first period. Again, Greenway came out really strong in the first few minutes, getting 3 shots on goal right away, but haven't managed to put up another shot since then. And like I said, they just played a few hours ago on big ice. I think that does have something to do with it as well. We watched Andrew Ryla really take control of the last game and help their victory over International Falls.
Yeah, Andrew Ryla with 4 goals in that game. He had a fantastic morning here.
Yeah, natural hat trick.
Yeah,
for all you viewers.
Yes. And sent in, shot by Krumpetich. Krumpetich is going to get another chance at it. Raiders get it out here as picked up by Bryce Nielsen and Krumpetich. Benny Galley's going to help out now. Benny Galley moving it ahead. Now back to Cole Swanson. Now it's picked up by number 8 and moving it back in. Joey Gabardi, I'm sorry. And Raiders dump it back in. Benny Galley picking it up behind the net. Now Galley with it, sending it up to Swanson. Swanson going across to Kellen Elsner. Elsner moving it back in, trying to go around the D. Elsner moves in. Nice play by Giebel. Kind of poked at the puck there and broke that play up. Moving back out, Mason Allum and sends it back into the Blue Jackets end. And that's picked up by Sunville. Now Sunville send it to Benny Galley and tipped in by Tate Swanson. Swanson back in the corner. Back in there. Mitchell coming out. Gets a pass up to Nielsen. Braden Nielsen dumps it back in. Benny Galley's going to knock this around the boards to Isaiah Hildebrand. Taken away by the Greenway down low, and Blue Jackets get control of it. Hildebrand at center ice and dumps it back in here. Tate Swanson now back along the boards. Swanson gets it to Whitaker. Rewerts back on the point. Blast sent in. Loose puck in front. Rewerts out front. As Tate Swanson as well. Now it's taken by Hildebrand. Hildebrand pulls back and takes a shot over the top of the net and on a play. So Blue Jackets putting all kinds of pressure on here in this first period of play. .2:23 to play here in the first period of play. It's 5-0. Hibbing Chisholm over Greenway. I see. Oh, yep.
Yep.
Okay. I apologize. Some of these numbers I can't see because the jerseys are tucked in. So
Yeah.
I'm obviously obviously missing Dylan Vessel's name as his jersey's tucked in. So I got to remember that.
Yeah. Dylan Vessel's number
here.
9. Sunval is number 6.
Sunval, I can see his jersey, and Dylan Vessel I cannot. So I made a little note, so we'll try to fix that up. Sorry about that. As Braden Rewert's taking that draw there for the Blue Jackets back in the corner, makes McDonald. And the Raiders coming out with it. Ryla with a drive right on. And nice shot from Ryla. Aiden Fulstead with a save for the Blue Jackets.
Yeah, Greenway managing to get another shot on net. That's what they're going to have to keep doing, is coming down and just putting pucks on the net and look for those rebounds and play some scrappy hockey here.
Benny Galley sending it over on the other side to Gabarty. Gabarty skating in along with Cole Swanson. Gabarty working around here. Sends it back to Benny Galley, back to Gabarty. Gabarty sending back in here to Swanson. Swanson behind the net. Swanson over on the other side. Elsner pulls it back to the point. Shot gets sent on by Dylan Vessel. Gets blocked, and now it's picked up by Joey Gabarty. Going on to the other side to Vessel, moving it up to Elsner. Elsner moving it back in. Shot goes wide of the net. Now Braden Nielsen brings it back out through center ice with less than a minute to play here in the first period of play. 44 seconds to go here. Benny Galley moving it up here, and it's going to be picked up by Swanson.
Nice pass from Cole Swanson,
Shot
finding Elsner with a full head of steam. That will make it 6-0. We got 34 seconds left in the first period. It is Hibbing Chisholm 6, Greenway 0. Last goal coming from Elsner from Swanson.
Back over on the side, Hildenbrand. Now it's sent in by Whitaker Rewerts and in for Tate Swanson. And along the boards here, held up by Jackson Strukel, now comes out as Ethan Sunval sends it across the ice over and sent in for the Blue Jackets. Shot right on from Hildenbrand. And Jabel's going to hold on to the puck here with the face-off. 8 seconds to go.
And we got somebody chiming in. Dewey Post says, good afternoon from North Dakota. So we got a couple out-of-staters here. So that will wrap up the first period. Hibbing Chisholm 6, Greenway 0.
Blue Jackets getting the first goal at 1:01 from Cole Swanson. Second goal coming from Kellen Elsner. Time of that goal, 1:31. Then the Blue Jackets make it 3-0 at 2:26 in the period. Benny Galley on the goal. Isaiah Hildebrand gets the fourth goal for the Blue Jackets at 6:26. Or I'm sorry, 8:34 time of that goal, and then the Blue Jackets make it 5-0 from number 6, Ethan Sunval. That time of that goal was 10 minutes and 20 seconds, and on the last goal, we did get the assist on that one as well. Kellen Elsner on the goal. First assist to Cole Swanson, and second assist to Benny Galley. Time of that goal was 14:16.
And so, Randy, we talked about it a little bit, but Hibbing Greenway today here right now, and then the winner will go on to the championship game tomorrow at 2 o'clock. We will be broadcasting that game, 2 o'clock at the Memorial Building. And then they will take on the winner of tonight's game. After this, we will be broadcasting the Virginia Evelyn Gilbert Mesabi East game. So that game is at 6 o'clock tonight here. We will be here doing that one. And then back here tomorrow at 2 o'clock for everybody who's listening.
Yeah, it's too bad that the third place game isn't able to be here
Yeah,
as well.
And for everybody who's watching, the third place game is at the fairgrounds here in Hibbing, and we tried doing a game, just terrible internet service. We had a heck of a time, so we opted not to even try doing that game.
Plus, it would have been a challenge to try to transfer our equipment between here and there and get set up for that third place game, even if we could try to do it here. So, again, thanks everybody for joining our broadcast this afternoon, early evening here in Hibbing.
Yeah, and a shout out to Michael Galley is at home watching his brother play. We got people from all over the area watching, and it's a great thing that you do this, Randy, to provide this service to people, especially this year with limited numbers that can come into the games. So we really appreciate all your time and effort you put into this.
Yeah, thank you, Jay. We talked about earlier, and we've talked about it this week as well. Those of you that watch our high school games on Up North Hockey, Blake and I started this for the first 2 years. The last 2 years we've done streaming. This is our second year doing live streaming, and then previous to that, for the first 2 years, we were just doing Twitter updates on Twitter, posting on Facebook, scoring updates and videos when we can, and we basically drove all over the state. The first 2 years on Twitter, we made zero money. We were doing that out of our own pocket. Last year, we made no money. We did it for free, basically, and this year we're going to have a little extra, but not a lot. And
people are chipping in through some sponsorships, and as well as people have been Venmoing in you some money to provide you a little gas money to get to all these games. So we really appreciate that, and if you feel like you want to help out, definitely check out the accounts. There's a link to the Venmo account, and you can send in some money.
Hildebrand trying to catch a pass in the middle from Rewerts, and Whitaker Rewerts. Hildebrand going back to the point over on the side. Benny Galley's shot just goes wider than that. Goalie Gibo got back into position, back in Whitaker Rewerts now behind the net. Now it's picked up by Ryla. Now held in by the Blue Jackets. Shot from Benny Galley just over the top of the net. Picked up by Hildebrand. Hildebrand in front. Couple of shots there down low for Whitaker Rewerts. He had a chance at it also in there. Tate Swanson in front of the net had a couple shots as well.
Yeah, there's about 4 shots on goal right there. So goalie for Greenway coming up big, making some big saves.
Rewerts sends it up to Kellen Elsner. Elsner moving in it. Joey the Gummerardi. He just pulls a shot. Goes wide of the net. Now it's picked up in the corner by Cole Swanson. Now the Raiders will bring it back out with Berglund. Berglund at center ice, moved back in by Joey Gabardi. Gabardi moving it back in. Leaves it for Elsner. Elsner shot on and a save for Gibo. Thought that might have got behind him.
I did too. Great save.
But it was a big save for Grady Gibo of the Raiders.
This Hibbing Chisholm team can definitely provide the pressure onto these goalies. They've put on a serious amount of goals this year. I believe my son was talking, and the first goal today was the 300th goal of the season that they scored.
Well,
yeah, so they know how to put up numbers.
As picked up now back in the Elsner, touching it, and now it's Cole Swanson. Swanson sends it behind the net to Gabardi. Gabardi sending it back over to Swanson. Swanson out front has Elsner in front of the net here. Gabardi now with it. Gabardi working around, sends it back to the point to Krumpetich. Krumpetich shot on. Blocker, off the blocker and back in. Picked up by the Blue Jackets, working it back in. Shot went wide of the net. That coming from Ethan Sunville. Back on the other side. Out front for Elsner. Pulls a shot. Just goes into the corner. Picked up by Braden Nielsen. Nielsen bringing it across and back into the Blue Jackets end. Now it's picked up by Krumpetich. Krumpetich working ahead to Elsner. Elsner going across ice as they're making a line change, and that's going to be an icing is the call.
Yeah, McDonald's doing a good job not touching that puck when it went right between his legs. I think if he would have, it would have been too many men on the ice. So Good heads-up play there to not touch that puck.
Again, 6-0, our score, Hibbing Chisholm over Greenway in the second period, 12:17 to play here. And moved out by the Blue Jackets. Penalty coming up against the Raiders.
Yeah, Gavin Schweiberger taking a tripping call as he was trying to break out. So we'll get to see the power play unit of Hibbing Chisholm again. The last time they went on the power play, they scored within 8 seconds.
Yeah, it's picked up by Ryla. Ryla working around back of the net. Gets it over to Rola. Rola going back over behind the net as they're trying to clear it out here. Held in by the Blue Jackets. Schweiberger in the corner as played with Mullum. Working for that puck in there to help out is McDonald. McDonald behind the net and sent back over to the point. And sent back in by Vessel. Back in the corner, McDonald out front. Blue Jackets will keep it in with Schweiberger. And back in Village. Vessel just sending a shot wide of the net there. And it comes out to center. As McDonald picks it up. McDonald sends it back behind the net. McDonald working it back to Rewerts. Rewerts back to McDonald. Now it's Schweiberger, back to McDonald. Back to Rewerts. Now the Raiders coming out with it. Rula at center ice. Back in there to get it. The Blue Jackets move it out. And up to Hildebrand at center ice. Hildebrand going over on the other side. Shot sent in the corner by Tate Swanson. Swanson all with it. Swanson from Whitaker. Rewerts. Rewerts behind the net. Trying to get it to Tate Swanson. Swanson sends it over on the other side. Shot just goes over at the top of the net from Hildebrand. Breaking in, Blue Jackets shot on goal. And a save.
Yeah, and that'll do it for the penalty for Greenway. So back to 5-on-5 hockey here. 10 minutes left in the second period. Score still 6 Hibbing, 0 Greenway.
Benny Galley as it's moved back in by Tate Swanson. Now Ryla with it at center ice. Ryla moving it back in, and offside is the call. 9:52 to go here in the second period. Blue Jackets lead 6-0. And now fired up by the Raiders. It's picked up by Krumpetich. Krumpetich with it. Alto takes that away. Alto holds it in here. Alto trying to make a move here. Picked up by Krumpetich. Sends it through to Joey Gabardi. In there with him, Cole Swanson. Gabardi now with it. Trying to go in front. And a shot on goal by Gabardi. Now Swanson behind the net, centering out front and going back to Krumpetich on the point. Krumpetich shot goes wide of the net. Elsner now grabs it. Elsner sends it back to the point, back to Sunval. Shot on and saved by Giebel.
Yeah, a couple people commenting on how nice the Memorial Building is. And originally the games were scheduled for over at the fairgrounds. And through the last week, it got changed over to the Memorial Building. I'm glad more spectators can come in here. Now we can put 250 in here versus only about 60 or so in the fairgrounds. So, A, the fans like it, and B, it's just a nice place to play hockey.
Sent in by the Blue Jackets. Krumpetich back in the corner, back behind the net now. Blue Jackets moving around with Cole Swanson. Now back to Krumpetich. Krumpetich is sending it in here. Blue Jackets keep it in with Gabarty. Gabarty trying to go over to Cole Swanson. Now is Swanson well with it. Swanson back to Elsner. Back to Gabarty. Back to Krumpetich. Now back to Elsner. Nice play to Gabarty. Gabarty's shot gets blocked down through traffic. Doesn't get through. Picked up by Braden Nielsen. Now the Blue Jackets sending in. Shot goes wide of the net. Just a good chance there for Ethan Sunvall. Now Krumpetich sends a shot in there. Blocked through as the Raiders will come out with it. And now moving ahead is Bryce Nielsen.
And fans, I believe they wanted a checking call on that, the Greenway bench.
They wanted a call there as Krumpetich picks it up and sends it over on the other side to Sunvall. Now behind the net is picked up by Krumpetich and sent back in the Raiders' end for an icing.
Yeah, with a high-scoring first period for Hibbing Chisholm, it's kind of slowed down here. They've put a few shots on net, but no goals this period so far.
Yeah, no goals here in this period. And Blue Jackets had a busy first period. Lots of goals there as Ryla with it. Now it's picked up by McDonald. He'll move it out, back in. And back in there to get his Gavin Schweiberger. Schweiberger with it. And McDonald picks it up. And back to Schweiberger. Now to Rewerts. Rewerts back to McDonald. McDonald in front. McDonald's shot on save by Grady Giebel. .7:16 to play here. Second period to play. Blue Jackets lead 6-0 over Greenway.
Yeah, even if you look at the benches here, Randy, you got a full stack bench for Hibbing. You got a smaller bench for the Greenway side. So definitely bigger ice, I think, plays into that too.
Bryce Nielsen trying to get out. Braden Rewerts behind the net along with Mason McDonald. McDonald going back to Rewerts. Rewerts shot just goes wide of the net. Now it's picked up by Schweiberger. Going back to McDonald. McDonald now with it. Has Braden Rewerts out front of the net. McDonald now with it. Back to Rewerts. Schweiberger now goes to the front of the net. And it's sent back to the point. And shot gets fired in by Dylan Vessel. Now it's Schweiberger. McDonald to help out as the Blue Raiders, Braden Nielsen trying to get it out here along with Hunter Rula. Backhands it back on the other side. Picked up by Dylan Vessel. Vessel, and now it is Berglund moving it around back the net. Held in by Jackson Strukel. Blue Jackets continuing to put on pressure here in the second period of play. Braden Rewerts along with Mullum working for that loose puck there. And we get a whistle stoppage of play here. Both players are going to go off on coincidental minors here.
Yep. Yeah, it's been getting a little more physical in the last few minutes. A lot of zone time for Hibbing in this end, and you could just see kind of the frustration on both ends in that play, and we'll get both of them going off, taking a little breather.
Shout out to Jamison Geisler of 90 Degree Media for building our brand new website, upnorthhockey.com. On there you'll find our streaming schedule plans, our weekly rankings, social media links. So we thank Jamison Geisler and 90 Degree Media for their building our website. Benny Yelly sending a shot on, and Giebel with the save.
Shout out to Will Miskovich. He sends a message. A lot of talent out there, and yeah, thanks, Will. Thanks for the message. Will has played. He was on this Greenway team last year, the Peewee team. He he's played with a lot of these Hibbing players as well throughout the summer, so Will, a very good friend to a lot of these players on this ice.
Hildebrand sends it up with Whitaker reverse, and the Raiders trying to move it out, held in by Hunter Gustafson. Now it's picked up by Hildebrand. Hildebrand to Whitaker in front. And a nice shot from Whitaker reverse, and a save for Jebo.
I see my son stepping in from, he's not reffing today. He reffed a few this morning, and maybe we'll have to get him on and say a few words too.
Yeah, we've had Isaac on he's helped out with a couple JV games, and we appreciate that. Hunter Gustafson sending a shot, and shot and a goal by Isaiah Hildebrand. A little tip in front, and knocks it in.
Speaking of his brother, yeah, so maybe he'll want to give a shout out. Isaiah's biggest fan, but it's funny, Randy. We'll go home and there's a lot of chit chat about the game, whether what Isaiah did right or wrong from his older brother. So maybe we can get him online and have him say a few words.
9:28 time of that goal for Isaiah Hildebrand to make it 7-0 here now. Now behind the net, Whitaker reverts, picked up by Isaiah Hildebrand. Hildebrand working around. Hildebrand! His shot gets blocked down, but taken away in front by Tate Swanson. Backhander goal. Whitaker reverts, puts it in.
Nice back-to-back goals for that same line again. We've had that twice in this game where the same line stayed out there and scored real quick the second one. So 5 minutes left in the second period. Score is 8-0. Hibbing up. And you talked about Michael Galley's brother on the team as well, Benny Galley. And both their brothers are going out to UND next year. So it'd be curious once Michael does have his he does have his pilot's license. We mentioned it last time, but
right.
They'll have to follow these kids around. Maybe they can take a weekend, get the plane out, and fly to where their brothers are playing at.
Right, exactly.
Next season.
Right? That'd be pretty cool if they could fly in.
Yeah.
Kellen Elsner picks this up. And Elsner in front, and shot out there. As Dylan Vessel had a chance at it. Back the other way is Ryla. Andrew Ryla now with it. Gets taken away by the Blue Jackets' Ethan Sunval. Sunval working it up here to Cole Swanson. Swanson with it. Has Gabarty in the middle of the ice. And deflected back in. Held in by Krumpetich. Krumpetich sending it back in to Elsner. Back to Krumpetich. Krumpetich shot goal! Landon Krumpetich with a nice shot from the point. And that'll be the 9th goal here.
Yeah, 6 seconds still remaining on that coincidental. Still playing 5-on-5, but Crumpy with a nice rocket of a shot. I know he's spent hours out in the garages. Most of these kids out on the ice working those slap shots and working those hands. Shout out to Rich Kempsela sending in a thank you for doing this. Another one that he would love to be here. I talked to him earlier in the week. He would love to come watch these boys play, but due to the restrictions here, you're kind of limited with numbers. So good opportunity for some of these players, some of these people to watch these players on the ice for both teams.
Back is Swanson. Rich, we appreciate that shout out here. Swanson back in the corner, picking up Elsner now with it. And now it's moved away from Sunball. And a touch by Joey Gabarty comes out to center ice as Krumpetich picks it up. Krumpetich sends it over on the other side. Moved into Braden Rewerts. Rewerts along the half wall. Has McDonald. Rewerts changes and going to hold on to it. Sends it back behind the net. McDonald off the wall picks it up. McDonald back to Krumpetich into McDonald. McDonald working around and knocking around as Mitchell. Now picked up by Rewerts, centering for number 17, Guyvan Schweiberger out front.
Great work on that line. Yeah, Mason and Rewerts, Braden Rewerts working hard and finding Schweiberger right in the front of the net, making it 10-0 Hibbing.
Time of that goal coming in 11 minutes and 48 seconds into the second period. Moving it out now is Danucci. Back in there to get it for the Blue Jackets and coming out here. Sent over Schweiberger. Sent it over to McDonald, but it's turned away by Mandich and dumping it back in here for the Raiders. Now it's Dylan Vessel. Vessel sending it up and out to center ice, moving it for Braden Rewerts. And it's turned back by Mandich. Loose puck. Now it's picked up by Vessel, working it over for Schweiberger. Schweiberger moving it back in. Braden Nielsen touching it and dumped back in by the Blue Jackets, Jackson Strukel. Now Rewerts leaves it out there for McDonald. McDonald with the puck behind the net to Schweiberger. Schweiberger going back the point to Vessel and shot into the corner. Schweiberger picks it up. Back to Rewerts. Back to Vessel. Vessel with a drive on. Jeeble with the save. Loose puck in front. Mason McDonald puts an upper shelf backhander in the back of the net here.
Yeah, like we talked about in the earlier games too. Get pucks to the net and get those rebounds. And once you can get that puck to the net, good things happen. So good to see Mason McDonald getting on the scoreboard as well. 2 minutes left in the second period.
12:59. Time of that goal for Mason McDonald. Got a minute 58 to go here. Benny Galley picking up as Alto, trying to turn it back the other way. Picked up by Schweiberger. Braden Rewerts with a shot on and a save for Jeeble. Thank you, everybody, for joining our live broadcast of the District 12 Peewee A Hockey Tournament.
Yeah, Andrew Sundquist just chiming in and saying Peewee Bees just punched their ticket into the regional tournament. So good for them. A very talented group there for the Hibbing Peewee Bees, and good to see them moving on to regions. I'm sure what seed they'll get is up to tomorrow, but at least they made it in the top three. So thank you, Andrew, for that information. We'll see if the Peewee A's can punch their ticket in tonight, too, here with a win.
Yeah, congratulations to Peewee Bees. They've had a good season. Benny Galley shot goal for the Blue Jackets. Nice play set up there by Whitaker Rewerts. Back in the corner behind the net there.
Yeah, great job for Benny Galley getting his second goal of the night, making it 12-0 Hibbing. Randy, we were joking all year so far because Isaiah comes home about every other practice for this Hibbing team saying, oh, somebody broke another stick. Oh, somebody. So they've been keeping a total of broken sticks. It is up to 30 sticks on the year.
Oh, my gosh.
For I think
that's a lot of money.
That's yeah. You add it up. Boy, it's
That's,
sticks anywhere ranging from $150 to up to $300 on some of it, depending on the height. Senior sticks versus junior sticks versus intermediate. And I know we've gone through about 3. But I know Benny Galley has gone through his share. He's broken a few, too, with that slap shot of his. People trying to deflect it, hit the shaft, and breaking it. So 30 sticks. That's a lot of money added up in sticks.
Whitaker Rewerts bringing it back in. Rewerts moving through. Hildebrand helping out. Sends it back in the corner. And Hildebrand into Schweiberger behind the net. Now Hildebrand moving it around here. Sends it back to Gustafson. Gustafson sends a shot back in. Now it's taken away by the Raiders. Here's a chance for Gavin Giving. Giving loses an edge. And now it's picked up and moved back in the corner. Giving's going to pick that up here. And now the Blue Jackets will come out with it.
23 seconds left in the game.
Hildebrand moving in. Little preparation. Hildebrand trying to make a move. Trying to go to the backhand last minute there. Nice chance for Isaiah Hildebrand there. And the defenseman got back to catch up on the play a little bit there. Dylan fired back in by Ethan Larson. Larson back in the corner. And that's going to do it here for period number 2.
Yeah, and we'll get a chance to get the Zamboni out and give these kids a break, see what Greenway can do, and rest them up and see if they can come out and get a little more zone time. And
so, after 2 periods of play, it is Hibbing Chisholm 12 and the Greenway Raiders 0. We'll take a few minutes to take a break here, and then we'll be back with third period action coming up here on Up North Hockey.
The Rick Sports Grill in Eveleth offers casual family dining in a hockey-themed atmosphere. Try one of their daily specials or your favorites from the menu. The Rick Sports Grill offers 8 large-screen TVs and 2 10-foot projection screens, so you never have to miss a minute of the game. The Rick also offers large and small group seating with meeting areas available. Full menu, limited menu, or buffet, they can cater your event, party, or meeting. That's the Rick Sports Grill at 301 Hattrick Avenue in Evelyn. Check them out today. Stop by Iron Range Apparel for all your Minnesota-themed clothing and home decor. Located in the Thunderbird Mall in Virginia, Iron Range Apparel offers lake cabin and home decor along with a large variety of apparel. Grab a hockey hoodie for the rink or a winter hat for the cold Minnesota weather. Iron Range Apparel also offers wholesale pricing and custom screen printing. Find them on Facebook and Instagram or shop online at ironrange.shop, and good luck to all the players. Minnesota Twist Drill is a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey and wish best of luck to all players on the season ahead and to have fun. For all your heating, air conditioning, and refrigeration needs in the Grand Rapids area, call Tony from Anthony's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Refrigeration at 218-256-1092 or find them on Facebook at Anthony's Heating, AC, and Refrigeration, LLC. G&B Environmental specializes in proactive air and water filtration services, HVAC coil protection, cottonwood screen insulation for cooling units, UV light air purification systems, and electrostatic disinfectant spraying for COVID-19 and other contagions. Give them a call at 1-800-466-2018 or visit gbenvironmental.com. Winnie Trading Post is your one-stop shop on the way to the lake. Located 12 miles north of Deer River on Highway 46 by Lake Winnebagosh, Winnie Trading Post offers gas, food, bait, propane, and everything in between. Find them on Facebook by searching Winnie Trading Post or stop by on your next trip to the lake. To make a donation to Up North Hockey, go to Venmo and search Up North-Hockey. That's Up North-Hockey. We appreciate any donations to support our live streaming service. Thank you.
All right, welcome back to the Hibbing Memorial Arena for the District 12 Peewee Hockey Tournament, Minnesota Hockey's presentation. And we are getting ready for the third period between Greenway and Hibbing Chisholm. Hibbing Chisholm leading 12-0 after 2 periods of play. Blue Jackets came ready to play here tonight, Jay.
Yes, they did. And I think if you're Greenway's coach, you take them in the locker room and say, all right, let's not look at the score. Let's work on, let's work on stuff. We got a good team on the other side. What can we do to get maybe a few more shots on net, maybe another goal or a goal here? So just work on the little things. Greenway's got to come out and just try to find some positives and work on their game. Winner again moves on to tomorrow's game at 2:00 at the Memorial Building here. We'll be broadcasting that game 2:00 tomorrow. The winner here will take on the winner of the Virginia Evelyn Gilbert Mesabi East game. We will be having that televised here as well on Up North Hockey. That'll be game number 4 for the day for us. Virginia Evelyn Gilbert Mesabi East at 6:00 tonight here. So stay tuned to that game as well. We'll start a new live feed, and you can watch that game. Winners of that game that will then take on the winners of this game and the championship game.
Yeah, we have.
Shout out to Kristen Sunval. She's watching her son play here. She's at home watching on TV. So hello, Kristen, and we'll keep you in the loop on what Ethan's doing today.
Moving in, Tate Swanson sends it back in here for the Blue Jackets. Whitaker Rewerts behind the net now. Rewerts, Swanson now in there to help out as Hildebrand. Hildebrand goes back to Gustafson on the other side, over to Galley, back over to Gustafson. And it's moved out by the Raiders, but held in by Galley, and out comes out Andrew Ryla, moving it back in. Ryla moving in, has Gavin Giving with him. Now it's picked up by the Blue Jackets and moved out here by Gustafson.
And I believe we'll have running time in the third period because we are up by that 6-goal lead.
Yeah, it is running time. They just stopped the clock to put the penalty on the board. Is moving around Sunval back to Elsner. Elsner moving it back in. Elsner shot just over the top of the net. Elsner had a chance there and held in by Ethan Sunval. And now comes out to center where Krumpetich is going to play it. Krumpetich moving it back in here for the Blue Jackets. Krumpetich just off the goalie's shoulder, back behind the net. And picked up now by Cole Swanson, back over. Swanson now moving it. Swanson with it. Going back to Krumpetich, back on the point. Krumpetich moving it back in over on the other side. Blue Jackets, Elsner. Now it goes back to Sunval. Back to Elsner. Over to Cole Swanson. Back to Elsner. And just not able to hold it in with Sunval. Sunval retreats back in his own end of the ice. Sunval moving it ahead now here. Sunval's got Rewerts in there with him. Sunval knocks it back in the corner and picks up the puck. Back to Rewerts. Braden Rewerts. Braden.
Hibbing's content playing 4-on-4 here.
Moving it around and in front. Schweiberger had a chance. Mason McDonald moves it back to Braden Rewerts. Braden now going back to the point. Back to Krumpetich. Krumpetich moving around. Shot on. Able to save. Rebound out front. Not able to get the second effort was Gavin Schweiberger. Had a chance. And the Raiders will move it out with Bryce Nielsen. Nielsen moving it back in here. Blue Jackets sent it at Strukel, sending it back in. That's going to be too far for the icing.
And that'll do it for the power play. So back to 5-on-5 hockey here. Running time, 12 minutes left in the game here. Hibbing up 12-0 against Greenway.
Of course, Braden Rewerts helped us out at Up North Hockey this year as well. Benny Galley, Isaiah Hildebrand, all of them helping and contributing to our broadcast this year as well. And some of those, I think those guys might have a career in broadcasting maybe down the road.
I think you might have jump-started some of their careers here. So, thank you for allowing them to come in and learn a little bit about broadcasting and announcing.
Moving back in, Mason McDonald now. McDonald moving it around. Back in behind the net. Now it is held in by Dylan Vessel for the Blue Jackets. Now comes back out. And we're going to have...
and we got another person watching from Africa here, so it must be the same person that was watching Thursday's game. So thanks for tuning in way across the ocean. And I'm going to give the microphone over to my son, Isaac. see if he wants to say a few words here.
Good, yeah. Get Isaac involved in as well. And up back in the corner by Gabe Giving. Now it's held in by the Raiders. Ryla trying to make a play. Now it's picked up by Larson. Larson to the front of the net. And a save by Aiden Fossil. Or Fulstead. Aiden Fulstead. Oh, boy. I am all over the place with names today. Isaac, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. How about you?
Good. Nice to see you again. You helped me with a couple JV games again this year for the high school team. And certainly appreciate your help that you helped me out with those games.
Yeah, anything. Yeah, I know a lot of people appreciate what you do. And
Isaiah Hildebrand moves around the goalie, puts it in the back of the net, and that is his hat trick in the game here. The goal coming at 4:58 or so.
Yeah, I think the assist will go to Swanson and Galley there off the face-off. I think that's a set play. They ring it around and try to hit that weak side wing and spring that center there.
Good pickup on the assist, Isaac. Appreciate that as Isaiah picks it up and moves it over to Gustafson. Gustafson sending it ahead. Swanson plays it into Whitaker Rewerts. Rewerts back in the corner. Back to Tate Swanson. Tate Swanson trying to go over to Ethan Sunval. Or that Hildebrand, I'm sorry. That goal of the game. Assist from Isaiah Hildebrand there. Not sure if there was a second assist there.
Yeah, I guess you could give it to Swanson. I think he's the one that gave it over to Isaiah there at the beginning of the play. So it'll be interesting to see what the ref saw there.
Yeah, Caleb Joslin messaging from Africa. That's really cool. Moving back in. Benny Galley shot goes over the top of the net there. 8:34 to play here in the third period. Blue Jackets lead 14-0 over Greenway. Benny Galley holds it back in. And it's brought out now by Jackson Mullum. Mullum sending it back in here for the Raiders. Benny Galley now picking it up behind the net. Galley pays from Elsner. Elsner loses an edge and fired back in by the Raiders. There's a chance. Back by Bryce Nielsen. Had a nice shot on net. And now the Blue Jackets get control with Elsner. Elsner back over Joey Gabardi in the corner. And now they're picked up Swanson back to Galley. Galley's shot gets blocked and ends up in the corner. Cole Swanson trying to get to it as it's knocked in by Galley, but they're in offside.
7:30 left to go here in the third period for the Jackets. Running time, obviously, and this win, I don't know if you mentioned it before, but we'll punch the ticket into the regional tournament for them.
Yeah, this will secure them a spot. Tomorrow will be for the seeding into the region. Gavin Swyberger up to Braden Rewerts and a shot on. Another save for Grady Giebel. We have one more game left here tonight. Virginia, Evelyn Gilbert, Masabi East coming up at 6 o'clock. That should be a good matchup.
Yeah, I'm excited to stay and watch that one. It's going to be a good match. The winner of that will play Hibbing tomorrow. If they win, they'll play at 2 o'clock tomorrow for seeding, and then the loser will have the chance to go around and try to get it through the back door.
Braden Rewert sending it in as Mason McDonald trying to reach the puck, and it's taken away McDonald. And his shot just goes wide of the net. Also in there was Gavin Schweiberger, and now it comes out as held in by Ethan Sunval. And fired back in by Ethan Larson. Now it's picked up by Mitchell. Now it's Mason McDonald back the other way. McDonald turning, and loses an edge. Hunter Rula picks it up. Rula back to Larson. Now the Blue Jackets keep it in with McDonald in front of the net. And Whitaker Rewerts sending a pass in there to him. Now it's picked up by Isaiah Hildebrand to Whitaker Rewerts. Now Hildebrand with it. And just in offside. 5:40 to play here in the third period of play. Jackson Strukel going over on the other side and played ahead by Vessel. Now it's picked up by Mullum, and he'll send it out. This is going to be played by Fulstead, leaving it for Strukel. Strukel with it behind the net to Vessel. Vessel moving it up for Tate Swanson. Vessel now with it. Dump back in the corner behind the net by Berglund. Alto touches it, and the Blue Jackets will move it out to Whitaker Rewerts. Rewerts now picked up by Isaiah Hildebrand. Hildebrand will retreat at center ice and move it back around. Send it back to the point, back behind. Jackson Strukel move back in here now for Tate Swanson. Isaiah Hildebrand along the wall. Alto trying to come out with it for the Raiders. He'll get it out. And Fulstead's going to keep it in play here. Blue Jackets Vessel working it up and picked up by Elsner. Elsner in! Shot save. Nice little setup play there for Tate Swanson. Fed to Elsner.
Yeah, great give and go. I know Swanson was at the end of the shift and he was looking for a change. And a fresh set of legs. Elsner was out there and had a good jump and got up into it.
Benny Galley with a shot on goal. Elsner trying to get to that rebound. And Benny Galley holds it in. And work for that loose puck here as Elsner in as skating in. Galley now with it. Galley moving it to Joey Gabardi. Gabardi gets taken or loses an edge on the play. Back in there as the Raiders can't get it out here. Picked up behind the net, Cole Swanson. Swanson moves in front to Elsner. Elsner shot wide of the net. Nice chance for Elsner. Another good setup play by Cole Swanson. Now Benny Galley's back in his own end of the ice. We got 3:16 to play here in the third period of play. Moved Hunter Gustafson up to Elsner. Kellen just behind the net here. And working back to Gustafson on the point. Gustafson shot over the top of the net. Elsner in it to get in the corner. And Benny Galley holds it in.
Yeah, fun fact about Benny. I know I was talking to my brother the other day, and Benny broke his stick at practice, and Coach Ryan Hanneman gave him his stick, and he's actually using Scotty Prunovich's stick. He came up here and left a couple from his college. And so Benny's using Scotty Prunovich's stick today because he didn't have another one.
Oh, that's a really cool fact.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool too. So
when I started announcing youth hockey games here, that was the first year that I helped out when Scotty Prunovich was on a second-year Bantam team that won their home Bantam tournament. That was my very first tournament that I announced, and that's certainly a fun memory to remember.
Yeah, no, that team was something special, and they made a good run.
Dylan Matson and Zach DeBoom, a couple other players on that
Riley
team.
Riley
Versich was on that team. A bunch of great hockey players on that Bantam team that had a very good Bantam team that year. They had like 60-plus wins and like 10 losses or something like that. Mason McDonald sends it back over on the other side to Hunter Gustafson. Back on the point now. That was Braden Rewerts. Sorry, Braden. Some of these numbers I can't see them really well. So.
Yeah, some of them tuck their jerseys in behind the breezers, and you can't really see when they're skating. And a lot of 9s and 8s look alike, and double-digit numbers you can't really see.
And I haven't. This is my second time that I've seen the Hibbing Chisholm team play. Doing a lot of high school games. Obviously, I got to know a lot of the high school team. I got to know a lot of the numbers with them. So
yeah, so you don't really. It's
pretty
second
nature.
Yeah,
I didn't have to look at a roster sheet for the Blue Jackets team. And shot gets sent wide by Landon Krumpetich. Hopefully I can sharpen it up just a bit for the championship game here tomorrow. Back behind the net is Tate Swanson. And Hildebrand in there. And Whitaker reverts to Hildebrand. Hildebrand comes out and knocks a shot into the corner, upper shelf, for his 4th goal of the game. So that's going to about do it. 22 seconds left here. Yeah, it's tough when you got to come out here and play 2 games in one day, especially on this big ice surface.
Yeah, not a lot of teams are used to the big ice here, and especially for Peewees, it's tough. And you play a good game in the first game, and then you have to come back here and battle it. It's always tough.
So that is going to do it here. Blue Jackets are going to get the win over Greenway, giving Chisholm 15 and Greenway 0. They will move on to the championship game at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon here at the Hibbing Memorial Arena. And Greenway will be playing to... They're in the third... No, I'm sorry, not the third place game. They'll be playing at 10 a.m. on tomorrow morning over at the Hibbing Fairgrounds against I Falls in that one.
Falls or Ely?
No, I'm sorry, Ely. Ely and Greenway. That is at 10 a.m. Tomorrow at the Hibbing Fairgrounds. Again, we have live coverage for all the games streamed here at the Hibbing Memorial Arena, and none of the games at the Fairgrounds are being streamed. Obviously, one of the reasons, Isaac, is due to Wi-Fi availability for us here. So,
yeah, I know it's nice here coming here, and up here at the Memorial Building, they have this nice press box, and you get to see the whole ice, and it makes it very easy to film and on you guys to put it together.
Yeah, we're pretty spoiled with this very nice press box here at the Hibbing Memorial Arena. It's always a fun place to come. So that's going to do it here for us for this game. We'll start a brand new game stream for our next game. Again, final score: Hibbing Chisholm 15 and Greenway 0. Our next game coming up at 6 o'clock. Please stay with us for that one. Virginia, Eveleth Gilbert, Mesabi East should be a good one. That is our next game here coming up here. So for Jay Hildebrand and Isaac Hildebrand, I'm Randy Catron saying thank you for watching, and we'll be back with our 4th game of the day coming up next.